All right, Shalom. Just making sure the connection's on point. All right, we live. Hey, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, bear with me 1 second. Give me 1 second. And we'll get started. All right, anyway. Hey, Shalom. All right, so I'm going to get into this topic real quick here. Just thinking about it. The enemy is wounded. All right, I'm going to make a point. I watched this video earlier, and this video shows us everything that we need to know. All right, hold on. Let's pull it up real quick. All right, these devils are hurt, man. All right, like I said in my lesson I did last night, just responding to Elder Apostle Ramba's video. All right, the truth is out there. Everybody's watching and listening. You know, this has got to be the end, man. All right, the information that was brought out, you know, about the Rothschilds going back to Esau, Edom. You know, we're in that time, man. All right, as the scripture says, 2 Ezra 6 and 9, that Esau would be the end of the world. All right, and we damn sure there. Right, but let me pull up this clip real fast, which pretty much inspired this lesson here. All right, because the enemy is wounded big time, man. All right, here we go.
When we measure and track. Number two, we monitor and disrupt. We have a whole apparatus. I have 40 analysts working full time, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, monitoring extremists. We monitor them online, social media, messaging apps, video games, cryptocurrency.
Hold on. We'll play it back. Hold on. Because the title.
Messaging apps, video games, crypto.
The title here, it says Americans who criticize the JOOs in Israel will be monitored by the FBI. All right. So let me play that back. I had to turn the screen down. It was kind of bright. All right, let's play it back. Hold on. Bear with me. Right, here we go.
Number two, we monitor and disrupt. We have a whole apparatus. I have 40 analysts working full time, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, monitoring extremists. We monitor them online, social media, messaging apps, video games, cryptocurrency, podcasts, short form video, Wikipedia, LLMs. We monitor these people and we share the intelligence with the FBI. You saw last month, you heard about the thing that happened at Wilshire Boulevard Temple. Our analysts investigated what happened. They said they were Koreatown for Palestine. This group of people, they weren't. We were able to ascertain they were from a group called the Turtle Island Liberation Front. Turtle Island is how left-wing activists refer to the United States. They don't call it America, they call it Turtle Island. Like the Iranians call it the Zionist entity, or they only call it by its name. The Turtle Island Liberation Front, we gave them a whole dossier. What is Turtle Island Liberation Front? What are their ideas, their goals? Who are they? We identified the people who were in the synagogue. This was on Wednesday, December the 10th. On Monday, December the 15th, this is going to ring a bell. Kash Patel announced they cracked a terror ring where they arrested 4 people who were planning New Year's Eve bombings. Turtle Island Liberation Front. At least one of the people I know for certain was in the building at Wilshire Boulevard Temple, vandalizing it and disrupting the event. So we're monitoring left-wing radicals like the DSA and the anti-war crazies and the pro-Palestine crazies. We're monitoring right-wing extremists like white supremacists, armed militia groups. We're monitoring political Islamists and Christian nationalists, all of them. And then we train. We're the largest trainer of law enforcement in America, Extremism Hate. We train 20,000 officers every year.
Yeah. So Lord willing, you was able to hear that. But they're watching everything. And again, this is information that we know already, right? But it's just getting even more critical, all right? Because you see what the Spirit of the Lord is doing, man. The Lord is totally exposing Esau, man. And that's what I was thinking about, man. This man is wounded. He ain't got nothing left. All right, all these different groups that he has that's set up, you know, to monitor, you know, online extremism, as they label it, are these different groups, Antifa and right wing this, left wing that. All right, we're going to be categorized and tied into all of that. All right, so this is the time, man, as I was saying. Okay, there's not a lot of time left with this internet, man. All right, believe that, understand that. Okay, real fast. And I'm just going in the spirit, you know. Right, but this is Amos. All right, because this time is being cut short. All right, this is Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, save the Lord power. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. This is why we've been expressing to you believers to get all you can out of the videos, man. Right? Hey, if you were smart, hey, download the videos, right? Download the videos, save them on a hard drive, you know, keep them, study them, okay? Make sure that you stay locked in the spirit, man, okay? Because we are entering into some troubling times, man. The famine of the word is here, bro, all right? Verse 12, it says, and they shall wonders from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and shall not find it, man, because it's about to be a wrap. We're telling y'all this, man. Okay, as they have everything categorized, all right, they know who's who, all right, they know where you at, they got your IP address, all right, they know what videos you watching, who you subscribe to, they got all your comments, all right, everything that you post and comment on the internet is logged. All right, it's all in the what they call it, the cloud or whatnot, man. They got everything documented, all right, and ready to use against you. All right, so you have to prepare your mindset for what's about to happen, man. All right, see, these other camps, they're not preparing you for the bitter, bro. They're not preparing you for that, man. All these camps, you got niggas selling out, all right, for short term, you know, for short term glory. All right, whatever whatever that may be on this side, man. The money, the fame, all right, guys, jet setting all over the planet Earth, all right, to really, you know, to make a name for themselves, man. You know, yeah, you can say, okay, they're pushing Israel, but at the same time, hey, this is why the Lord created the internet, man. All right, what's it go? Sirach 24, right? And when the prophecy about the internet, I think it's Psalms 19. If somebody can post that real quick. But this is Sirach 34. Okay. Sirach 24, Salakia. Okay. This is Sirach 24 and verse 30. And it reads, it says, I also came out as a brook from a river, and as a conduit into a garden. A conduit is a channel. All right. A conduit is used to channel water. All right, and the spiritual, as we talk about, man, you know, every brother that has a page is a channel to channel the water. What's the water? Yahweh Shai, man. This truth. All right. You know, it says, I also came out, Sirach 24 and 30. I also came out as a brook from a river and as a conduit into a garden. I said, I will water my best garden, and will water abundantly my garden bed. All right, going back to the elect. And lo, my brook became a river, and my river became a sea. All right, so this is really symbolic to the knowledge, man. All right, the overflowing of this truth, man. And what's happening in the spirit, these devils are being drowned out. Okay, it's too much truth. You know, you got the overwhelmingness of this word. You have the you got the exposure of this man. All right, this is why I played the video with this guy, what's his name? Jonathan Greenblatt. All right, he's like the head of the ADL. All right, so as he said in the video, all right, they watching every goddamn thing, right? Again,
Number one, we measure and track. Number two, we monitor and disrupt. We have a whole apparatus. I have 40 analysts working full time, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, monitoring extremists. We monitor them online, social media, messaging apps, video games, cryptocurrency, podcasts, short form video, Wikipedia, LLMs. We monitor these people and we share the intelligence with the FBI.
come on, man.
You saw.
Hey, he said they watching podcasts, bro. They watching podcasts. They watching you play video games. Okay, the social media platforms. They watching every goddamn 24. What do you say? 24/7, man. Hey, these niggas are hurt, man. But can you blame them? All right, they understand. Hey, these devils, they understand that their empire is over, man. Their power, their reign of terror is coming to an end. They're about to be judged by the Lord. All right, the earth is rising up against them. So what else can he do? All right, he's getting ready to charge, man. He's getting ready to come with that wrath. Right? But anyway, back in Sirach 24 and 32 or 31, it says, I said I will water my best garden and will water abundantly my garden bed. And lo, my brook became a river and my river became a sea. It says, I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning. All right, this truth. Okay. I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning and will send forth her light afar off. You see that? The light is this word, man. And the Lord has did that. How did this light shine afar off? It was through the internet, man. Okay. As the apostles always bring out how the internet did all the heavy lifting, man. Okay. The apostles didn't have to jet set across the planet, man, to push Israel, man. All right. So like I said, a lot of these camps are not really giving you the bitter that's coming, man. All right. The straight gate that we supposed to be warning our people about constantly, man. Okay. Evils are coming. Judgment. Trials. Okay. It says, verse 33. Okay. Matter of fact, let me add on to that. All right. Because hey, this light, this word has shined afar off, and that determined what? The end of the world. All right, this is Matthew 24. Real quick, just thinking about that. Matthew 24 and verse 14. Red letter Yahushua speaking. Matthew 24 and 14, it says, in this gospel of the kingdom, meaning this word, this truth. All right. In the gospel of the kingdom, in this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. Just like Elder Apostle Ramla said in this title of his lesson. All right. Everybody's watching, man. Everybody's watching the prophets, man. All right. Hey, these podcast niggas. Okay. What are they doing? They take our talking points. Okay. They use them on the podcast. Hey, not the rap, but in the spirit, as I was talking to the elder bros, hey, the vibration of Isaiah 4:1 is going out heavy, man. Everybody's talking about that, man. All right. Polygyny. Okay. Multiple wives, Isaiah 4:1. What's going to happen? Women are in trouble when society collapses. Hey, this has been the main talking points all over the internet right now, especially on these podcasts, what they call red pill, you know, waking men up and all of that. Where do you think they got that spirit from? It came from our leadership, from the apostles, man. Okay? Whether these people admit it or not, man, they're all watching the men of the Lord, man. Okay? It's just true. All right? But hey, that's the vibration of the word. Again, Matthew 24 and 14. In this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. We at the end. All right, this word has been magnified to the four corners of the earth. All right, and Yahushua said, then shall the end come. We at the end. We are at the end of the world. We are at the end of Esau's dominion, his power, man. Okay, let me add one more, and I'll go back to that Sirach 24 All right, this is Romans 10 and 18, just to add on to that. Precept upon precept. All right, Romans 10 and 18. Okay, matter of fact, I'll start up a little bit. Okay, this is Romans 10 and 14. It says, how then should they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how should they believe in him whom they have not heard? And how should they hear without a preacher? All right. So, hey, the prophets, the vibration of the prophets has gone out, man. These people are listening to us, man, whether they acknowledge it or not. All right. People are tuning in, watching the videos, and they're getting the understanding. All right. Verse 15, Romans 10 and 15. How shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who have believed our report? Right? Who's listening? All right, who's believing what we're saying? Who's taking heed? Right? Verse 17. So faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. All right. Again, these people they're hearing us. All right. Verse 18, the point. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily their sound went into all the earth. How did that happen? The internet. That's how the sound of the prophets have reached to the four corners of the earth. Yes, verily their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the end of the world. All right, linking that up with Psalms 19. All right, the internet scripture, man. All right, this is how it's happening. The vibration of the prophets is bringing Esau's demise. Right. I got two real quick. What was it? There's one in Hosea, and the other one is in Obadiah. Let me get that. I think it was Hosea. Was 6 and 5, and then I'll get that one in Obadiah next. All right, so this is Hosea 6 and verse 5. It says, "Therefore have I hewn them." All right, when you hewn something, that means you gut it out. You carve it out. All right, and this was happening to these devils in the spirit. All right, therefore I have hewn them out by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. Ooh, it's heavy. See, all right, and see this Edomite. All right, he's being hewn down by the prophets. This word is devouring him, man. Like it tells you in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. All right, that he shall be destroyed by the spirit of his mouth. That's tied back to the prophets. So he's being hewn down. All right, Obadiah, real quick. Obadiah 1 and 21, last verse. Obadiah 1:21, it says, "In saviors," all right, the saviors are the prophets. Okay, it says, "And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau." All right, so Esau's power structure is being judged by the prophets. This beast is being judged by the prophets of Yahweh Shemiel Washai, man. All right, which aids in his downfall. Right. It says, "And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's." Right, and I saw another video earlier before we go back. Excuse me, it was going into pretty much this so-called UFO UAP disclosure with Trump and the government. And what they were saying, this is how you know it's gonna be some psyops. All right, when it comes to this whether they do the Project Blue Beam or they actually have some government crafts flying around doing shit. But what they said, they found crashed UFOs, and they have non-human biologics, right? Which is all bullshit. All right. So that's like I said, that's the psyop shit that they throwing in there, because really in the spirit, they're preparing to fight against the Lord. Right. But they got to throw in, they got, they found, how did they worded it? They salvaged, parts from the crash UFOs, and they have this secret technology. They got non-human biologics, aliens, all this shit, man. So it's a lot of bullshit in the midst. But on top of all of that, they're really preparing to fight against the Lord. They're not going to reveal that, these so-called chariots, these so-called UFOs, UAPs are really the chariots of the Lord. All right. They're not going to tell you that these are the angels that are coming back. Right. So it's a lot of bullshit, smoke screens that are being thrown out there. So just prepare, just be ready to see some shit, man. There's a lot going on. All right. But anyway, back in Sirach 24 in verse 32. I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning, and will send forth her light afar off. Verse 33. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy, and leave it to all ages forever, right? So the Lord said he will pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever. And we have the prophecies, man. All right. We have the light. We have the understanding. All right. We have the foresight. We have the vision to see what's going on. All right. And we're actually breaking down, the future right in front of you, man. All right. Pursuing Isaiah 42. We're telling you things before they actually happen. All right. And people can't deny that. This is why everybody's watching the prophets, man, because they know we have the truth. They know we have the 100% doctrine, man. They know the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is supping with our leadership on down. All right. So anyway, let me make that point. Isaiah 42 in verse 9, it says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. See that? So before all these things happen, you've already been told about it. You've been warned about the chip, because that's the main thing we waiting on. All right. All of these so-called economists and these people who are the heads over the economy and watching the stock market and Wall Street, they're all telling you that this shit is about to go. All right. The main guy that I did a lesson on, Elon Musk. All right. He said it's 1,000% that the U.S. is going to go bankrupt. All right. So what the hell does he know? See what I'm saying? What is he preparing for, man? And this is the same, the irony behind it all, right? The same guy that's telling you that the U.S. economy is going to go 1,000% go bankrupt. This is the face of the fucking chip, right? The Neuralink. You see? So check that out, man. Right? He's going to be the guy that's going to be behind the digital payments, the mark of the beast. All right? They already got the supercomputers and the machines to what's the word? A non-invasive way to, to put the chip in your head, man, or wherever in your body. So they already got the robotics to handle that. All they're prepared, man. All right, I believe in Europe, they're no longer accepting Visa cards and MasterCards, right? So you already know what time it is, man. They about to crash this shit. You see? So before these things pop off, right? You were already warned about it. All right? You saw the thousands upon thousands of videos and breakdowns going into the mark of the beast. How the prophets of the Lord were preparing you. All right? Videos going into Jacob's trouble. Isaiah 4:1. All right? Everything, man. Societal collapse. Famines. All that. You were already told these things before they happen. Right? Anyway, Sirach 24 and 33 again, and I will pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever. Verse 34. Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. This is why we do the work. Not only for ourselves, but all those that seek wisdom, all right, that want to be saved, that want to be covered, that want to be delivered out of this hell that we in, man. All right, because the scripture say in 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, it goes into how we're servants for your sake, roughly paraphrasing, man. All right, for the hopeful elect out there, man, you men, women, and children that believe on the doctrine, right? Let me add some more, right? And we'll get back to the point. Because, hey, I mean, it all ties in, man. The enemy is finished, man. These Edomites are done. These heathen are going down, all right? Real quick, 1 Timothy 4 and verse 10, and it reads, 1 Timothy 4 and 10, for therefore we both labor and suffer reproach, because we trust the living power, who is the Savior of all men, all right, all men of Israel, all right, especially of those that believe. Verse 11, these things command and teach. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, exhortation, and it says, I'm sorry, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. All right? And this is what we've been doing. All right? Day in and day out. It says, verse 14, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, right? And that gift is the faith, man. All right, understanding, which was given thee by prophecy with the laying on of the hands by the presbytery, all right? And the presbytery goes back to a body of elders, all right? You know, and in the spirit, they lay hands on us by what? By giving us the truth, man. All right? You know, the Lord used them, all right, which enabled us to receive their understanding, right? Verse 15, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Verse 16, it says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. See that? That's heavy, man. You know, so that's why we say, again, you sincere believers out there, you know, just stay glued to the videos, man. Stay watching the apostles, the elders, bishops, the different camps. All right, the brothers that you have subscribed to. Keep learning, man. All right. How's it going? The Apocrypha, wear out the doorsteps, you know. Do what you got to do, man, because it's almost done. Right? Anyway, you know, going back to the point, all right, the enemy is wounded, all right, based off this video. You know, again, they got all the alphabet government agencies watching everybody, man. All right. And this is where we at. All right. He's big time hurt. Psalms 37. Psalms 37 and verse. I start up. Psalms 37 and I start at 7. You know what? We might as well start at the top. Yeah? Start at the top. Psalms 37 and 1, and it reads, it says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Verse 2, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and shall wither as the green herb. All right? Hey, because his time is here, man. All right? Scriptures say that, you know, what does it say? Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, man. Because this man is soon to fall. Right? Let me add on to that real quick. Sirach, the 9th chapter. Okay. Sirach 9 and bear with me. All right, this is Sirach 9 and 11. All right, Sirach chapter 9 and 11, and it reads, it says, envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. See? Verse 12, delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember, they should not go unpunished to their grave. Exactly. Esau not going unpunished. Yeah, the scriptures say that the wicked should not go unpunished. All right, he's getting everything. His ass is about to receive everything that he deserves, man. Believe that. This is why the Lord is exposing him bare like this, man. This is why people now, after all these years, right, over the past month or so now, everybody's talking about the Epstein files, man, and the abominable acts that went on within them files, man. The people that are involved, and it's really all your people who have power in this world, some type of fame. All right, they're all tied into that shit, man. Okay, all these people are all tied into this big ass Babylonian cult, man. This shit is crazy. All right, murdering children, drinking blood, you name it. All right, so what else can you do? What else can we say? All right, the Lord's getting ready to come back and clean all this shit up, man. You see? Anyway, back in Psalms 37. All right, this is Bayan Yasha Allah 144. Hey, Shalom up. Sirach 16 and 11. And if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. Verse 13. Sirach 16:13, the sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly should not be frustrated. Yeah, exactly, man. The Lord's gonna do what he gotta do, man. And we believe that. We just gotta continue to suffer and wait this shit out. Okay? Because hey, all this shit that's going on in the world right now, all right, the main focus is what? Prophecy. All right? Don't get distracted. Okay, the shit that's going on in Mexico, all right, you got the cartels killing Americans and shit. They setting Mexico on fire, right? The shit that's going on in Europe right now, the Epstein files, right? It's so much. Everything is chaotic right now, man. But you got to remain focused in prophecy, man. Okay, because Esau, he not gonna throw us off the track, man. Okay, if like Scripture say, if it were possible, he shall deceive the very elect. It's not gonna happen, man. We locked in. All right. Anyway, let's go back. Psalm 37:3. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and he shall give thee the desires of thy heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Right? No matter what you're going through, man. All right? Verse 6. Psalms 37:6. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and wait for him, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. All right? Verse 8. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Verse 9. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, they shall inherit the earth. Exactly, man. And the elect are the ones that are going to inherit the earth, man. Okay? And these damn devils are about to be cut off, as they know, as we know. Verse 10, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Right? Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. All right? But the meek shall inherit the earth, man. All right. Was it Matthew, the 5th chapter? All right. Yahushua said the same thing. All right. And should delight themselves in the abundance of peace. All right. The kingdom. Verse 12, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. And his teeth is tied to the power, man. And it said the wicked plotteth against the just. So this is what this whole video is about, man. All right. This guy here. Americans, all right. Americans who criticize the JOO in Israel will be monitored by the FBI. We will monitor social media and check your bank accounts. All right. And that ties into the social credit scores too. All right. They could pull up a damn comment that you made on social media 4 years ago or some shit and say, hey, you no longer have access to your money for the next month or so because of what you said about so and so. Right? This is the world that we coming into here, man. We will monitor social media and check your bank accounts. I have 40 analysis working 24/7, 7 days a week. All right? If that ain't hurt, I don't know what to tell you. If that ain't wounded, I don't know what to say, man. Okay? So again, the wicked plotteth against the just, and that's the prime example right there. Okay? This nigga watching you through the TV. Hey, for all you people that's into the technology and shit like that got the smart refrigerator and the smart TVs and the smart bed and the the smart fucking toilet. That nigga watching you through all of that shit, man. All right? Nigga got the smart cabinets. You got the smart what you call it, the shit on the front door, the Ring cameras and shit. Right? You know, and you notice all these, and nowadays all this not the Ring, but a lot of this, you know, new technology, you notice that it always has like a small camera on that shit, man. Everything has a camera. Right? These niggas watching you everywhere you at. All right? Smart doorbell, smart carpet. Everything's fucking smart. Smart this, smart that. Nigga watching everything, man. And that's his way of being omnipotent or omnipotent. All knowing. He's watching everything, man, through the left hand. These devices and these gadgets, you know. Anyway, Psalms 37 and 13. The Lord Yahweh Shemel shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Exactly. This is what we're saying. These devils, they know, okay? They know that their day is coming. All right? Who does that, man? Who does shit like that, man? The niggas say we watch it, we monitor the video games online, the podcasts, right? Like, come on, man. What are you hiding? What are you guilty of? Right? Verse 14. So his day is coming. It's almost a wrap, man. Just keep bearing down, man. Okay? Verse 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Going back to the prophets, man. And they've drawn out the sword. Part of the sword is his laws, his decrees, the different types of legislation that they passing. All right, that's part of the sword. All right, what they're doing, how they're monitoring everything online, how they got you categorized in every way and fashion. All right, because of what? Of the upright conversation is truth, man. This word. Okay, it tells you that in Wisdom of Solomon that the sight of us is grievous unto him to behold, man. So they definitely want us out the way. Right? Verse 15. Psalms 37:15. Their swords shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked. See? For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, But the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Rashai, upholdeth the righteous, right? He gonna be with us through all of this shit, man. Let me add something. All right, he said that he would be with us to the end of the world always, man. Right? Excuse me. This is Job. Let me see what this says. Job, what am I looking for? Job chapter 38. All right, let me see what this says. Job 38 and 15. Let me read it. Let me see. Yeah. Job 38 and 15. And from the wicked their light is withholden, and the high arm shall be broken. All right, his power, all right, is being broken. All right, and heavy was heavy right now. Hey, those spells that we were once under are being broken, man. All right, going back to fucking plantation Christianity. All right, this Islam madness that we were once in, the black consciousness. Okay, the lies from his media. All right, all that's wearing off. You know, it says, verse 18, the Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. All right, which is the kingdom. Right? Verse 19, they shall not be ashamed in the evil time. Who's the they? The elect. They should not be ashamed in the evil time. In the days of famine, they should be satisfied. Right. Hey, the Lord, pursuing to Isaiah, was it 65? If somebody can post that. Right. He said that my servants shall eat and have drink. Right. He said they should not be ashamed in the evil time. Are we not in the evil time? And in the days of famine, they should be satisfied, man. Okay, meaning what? We're going to have food, we're going to have shelter, we're going to have clothing, we're going to have a covering. All right? That's what it means to be satisfied. The Lord's going to provide and protect. Okay, we believe that. All right? Verse 20, but the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke. Into smoke shall they consume away, right? Going into nuclear destruction, right? At the Wadakia. All right, this is Tazwan Hopeful Elect 144, Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shemel Rashai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye should be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice. Right? And I believe it says you should be ashamed. All right? So that, hey, that's plain. Okay? So if you don't believe that, then I don't know what else to say to you, man. All right? We know that the Lord is going to come through. All right? How's it go? I posted the lesson last night on the animation page. Elder Apostle Gabar going into Hebrews, the 6th chapter. The how you say that word, immutability of his promise, right? It can't be broken, right? So whatever the Lord confirmed in his words that we read in here is going to happen. Is what I'm saying. All right, he's a power that can't lie. All right, so we have faith as when this shit hit the fan. All right, my mindset is like, Lord, what do you want me to do? All right, may the Lord use me in my mind, you know, send an angel and guide me, whatever. You know, he should give a brother power. Like Elder Yasharaba said, hey, one of the brothers get the power, I'm following him. You see what I'm saying? And that's hey, come on, man. Hey, all the bros in the faith, you can't tell me we don't be thinking about this shit every day, man, while we sleeping. You know, we be sleeping and thinking about the different scenarios that's gonna play out. Man, what the Lord gonna do when this happen, or what? Or if I'm in a situation, man, with the Lord, you know, will He get me out of? You know, like that's where our mind is at, man. We're spiritually preparing. You know, praying that the Lord have mercy when it all goes down. That hey, one thing I pray, not to rant, but one thing I pray is that hey, that the Lord remembers my works, that the Lord remembers my prayers. When all that shit happens, man. May the Lord remember me in that day. All right? Anyway, Psalms 37 and 20 or 21. Psalms 37:21, the wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For as such be blessed of him, shall inherit the earth. All right, Israel, man, starting with the elect. And they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. All right, who's the cursed people? The Edomites. All right, the Lord said that in the house of the wicked. Let me get that. That's Proverbs. Right, Proverbs 3 and 33, and it reads, it says, the curse of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is in the house of the wicked. See that? You Edomites. And America is cursed. This place is done. Hey, Lord willing, hey, something go down this year, man. The 250th anniversary of Babylon, man. All right? And they say that the societies don't go past 250 years. All right. So, hey, a lot of spiritual things. Hey, this has been a very spiritual year since it came in. All right. It says the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Right. Let's go back. Verse 23. Psalms 37:23, the steps of a good man. Matter of fact, I gotta add one more, Salakia. All right, hold on. Talking about the cursed people. Job 5 and 3. Job chapter 5 and 3. And it reads, it says, I have seen the foolish taking root. Right? Because you Edomites are the children of fools. All right? I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his habitation. Look what the Lord's doing. Look what the Lord's doing to America right now, man. Look at the judgment that's going out, man. Everywhere. All right? Verse 4, his children are far from safety, and they are crushed in the gate. Neither is there any to deliver them, man. This is the time. Right? Salvation is far from the wicked. All right. Back in Psalms 37. Okay. Because the main point that I'm making again is that the enemy is wounded. All right. Psalms 37 and 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Right? Man's goings are of the Lord. How can man truly understand his way? Verse 24, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young. Psalm 37 and 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. Right? And this is what King David said. He said, I have been young and now old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread, man. And we believe that, man. Okay? The Lord ain't going to leave us hanging. You know? Hebrews. Right? Let me get that. I think Hebrews was 13. Let me see if I can add that in there. Hebrews 13 and 5 and 6. Let me see what this says. Ooh, yeah. Hebrews 13 and 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as you have. Right? Hey, like bro said, it could be way worse. You know, hey, brothers catching hell, man. Straight up and down. Brothers going through shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as you have. For he have said, I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee. All right? This is what Apostle Paul said, man. Right? Just reiterating what King David said, right? There's a little bit more here. Verse 6, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, right? The Lord gonna help us, okay? The Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me, all right? So we not, look, man, this shit gotta happen, bro. This shit, okay, it's part of the story, man. You know, there's no avoiding it. It is what it is, man. We understand what we're a part of. We understand Romans, the 12th chapter, right, about making our bodies a living sacrifice, man. This is necessary, man. All right? We just ready for these niggas to go ahead and do what they got to do and stop dragging their goddamn feet, man. Crash this bitch already, man. Do what you got to do. All right? When the Lord, when the devil make the move, the Lord gonna make his move, man. You know? So, whatever, man. Like, come on, man. Just let this shit go already. This shit is literally hanging on by a thread, man. America is finished, bro. The food is done. Hey, I talk about that a lot, man. The food, bro. This food is fucked up, man. I'm talking about your whole digestive tract is finished, bro. Right? Stomach be hurting. You eat this food, bro. You feel that shit going through your body, man. It's just like, it's crazy what they feeding us, man. The water, you know, the shit that's in the air, right? Hey, that snowstorm, not the rat, but that the snowstorm that hit the East Coast, a couple weeks ago, a month ago, however long it was, shit went by quick. But when that snow came down, when it was coming down super heavy, I think we got like a couple feet, it was hard to breathe outside, man. You know, not only because it was cold, but it was like, this shit was just hard to breathe. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Right? So whatever they putting in the snow and the air and all, you know, it's just, we just got to get out of here, man. You know, this shit was crazy. Right? You see in the videos, hey, people trying to melt the snow with the lighter. The snow wasn't even fucking melting. This shit is crazy. Anyway, verse 7, Hebrews 13:7. Remember them which have ruled over you. All right, going back to apostles and elders, right? The leadership. Remember them which have ruled over you, who have spoken unto you the word of the Most High, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation, right? I like to read that in the NLT, all right? This is Hebrews 13:7, NLT. All right? Let me go ahead and pull it up real fast. Where's the blue letter at? All right, this is Hebrews 13:7, NLT, right? And it reads, remember your leaders who taught you the word of the Most High, right? Remember your leaders who taught you the word of the Most High. Think of all the good that has come from their lives and follow the example of their faith. Exactly, man. And that's why we say all the time, the water for the correct leadership, man. All right? Because right now you got niggas walking around with horrible leadership, bro. Guys are just making horrible examples, man. So Tawadi Habashim Shah for the correct and true teachers, man. Right? Back in Psalms 37 and verse 25. No, we read 25. Verse 26. Matter of fact, we'll read 25 again. Salakia. That's another thing, man. You gotta drink a lot of fucking water. Stay hydrated, man. Even regular water don't cut it, man. You gotta put fucking trace minerals in the water. You gotta put electrolytes in there. You know, you can't even drink regular water, man. You drink regular water, you gotta drink. You basically you're not really hydrated because you pissing out all the damn nutrients in your body. This is all bullshit here, man. Salakia, man. Psalm 37:25. I have been young and now old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. Verse 26. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good and dwell forevermore. Verse 28. For the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Rashad, loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites. All right. Psalms was it 50 and 5? The saints who have made by his saints that he have made by sacrifice. Roughly paraphrasing, verse 28 again. The Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. All right. And this is the time. All right. We live in a time, the era of the seed getting ready to be, the wicked seed getting ready to be cut off. And they know it. Verse 29, Psalms 37:29. The righteous shall inherit the land, right? The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh judgment, right? And that's going back to the prophets, man. All right? The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh judgment. Verse 31, the law of his power is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. Verse 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him, right? That's the video, right? This is what we're just showing here, right? Let me pull it back up. All right. What do you say? Wisdom of Solomon. Psalms 37 and 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. All right, this is what this is about. Okay? The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. All right? They're watching all the content that's being put out on social media, man. All right? Hell, they even, like I had made mention at camp, there's a movie documentary. What was it called? Damn, it just left my mind. I think it was Surveillance or something like that. Came out on HBO back in 2024. All right, and then when you watch the documentary, all right, this dude, this Edomite, he flew to Israel. And he met up with the what's it called? You got the NSA over here. I think they were called the NSO. All right, but he went over there and he met with some people. All right, they were uncomfortable because they knew what he was doing, right? But he was pretty much going in the documentary of how they're tapped into all the iPhones, all the Samsung phones. All right, they're watching the conversations of what they deem as political activists, different journalists, everybody. All right. If you're not being watched by the fucking NSA, you're being watched by the NSO. I believe that's what they call it, man. Which is the small hats version of the NSA. All right. So again, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. That's it. Right? Psalm 56. Let me add on to that. You know? Psalms 56 in verse 6. And it reads, they gather themselves together, they hide themselves, they mark my steps when they wait for my soul. You see that? And that's what he's doing. All your steps, all your conversations are marked. All right? He got tabs on you. Okay? But check this out. The Most High got tabs on his ass. You know? Let me, I just want to read that in the NLT. All right, bear with me. Same verse, Psalm 56 and verse 6. Ooh, this is in the NLT. Psalm 56, verse 6. They come together to spy on me, watching my every step, eager to kill me. See that? That's him. They come to spy on me, watching my every step, eager to kill me. Come on, man. Let's go back. Okay, he's wounded. How can you say he ain't wounded, man? He just got put on Front Street by the whole planet, in front of the whole world, that these niggas is fucking murdering kids, bro. Doing rituals, all right, to these different idols and gods, false gods, right? He's done for, man. Okay? Back in Psalms 37, all right? And we know this shit is way worse than what's being presented, you know, and maybe we'll find that out later. But right now, he can't. There's no way he can justify and defend himself. It's over, man. This is why pursuing the 2nd Ezra 16, right? He's gonna be like a madman, sparing none. This is a done deal. Psalms 37 and 32: the wicked watches the righteous and seeketh to slay him. The Lord would not leave him in his hand. See that? The Lord would not leave him in his hand. Neither condemn him when he is judged. verse 34, wait on the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it, right? Pursuing the Revelation 15. All right, the how's it go? Let me just get it. All right, because the elect, you know, the spirit been heavy, man. I've been posting videos on that, man, just showing the elect in the heavens. All right, watching America burn. All right, that's the spirit. You know, the Lord said you shall see it. Okay, those that make it out of here, like Elder Apostle Tahar said, are going to have those floor-sized seats in the heavens to watch America and various parts of the earth burn. All right. Revelation 15. Let me just make that point. Okay. How does the scripture go? If somebody can post that. Those that liveth to see the fall of their enemies. I'm roughly paraphrasing. It's in the Apocrypha. If you know where it's at, post that. All right. That's what we waiting on. All right. Revelation 15. In 1, it says, and I saw another sign in heaven, and great and marvelous, and 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. All right, because the nuclear destruction is a plague. It's part of the plagues. For in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. Verse 2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. Right, so that's you know, being up in the those that make it out. That's going to be in the fathership. You know, in the firmament, in the heavens. All right, they're gonna have the they're gonna be able to look down upon the earth and watch the destruction. All right. As it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that have gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark. Right? Look how close we are to this happening, man. Those that got the victory over the beast, over his mark, and over his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are the works of the Lord power almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Who should not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. Boom. All right. The judgment of Babylon will be seen. Back in Psalm 37 and 35, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Right. Job 9:24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. All right. This man. All right. And that's another thing that's being found out too. All right. Online, hundreds, thousands of videos breaking down the infiltration of the Tiny Top, on how they infiltrated all these different countries and societies and corporations, how they control everything. Right? This is part of that. It says, I have seen the wicked in great power. The small hat has great power. All right? And spreading himself like a green bay tree. He's in everything, man. He controls everything. Literally everything, man. All right? Verse 35. or verse 36, yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Job, right? Job 20, it talks about how he shall he shall pass away as a dream in the night, right? He should not be remembered. He shall have no name in the street. This is the time that's coming upon him, as we read in verse 13, Psalm 37:13. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. See? There's nothing he can do. Prime example. Project Looking Glass. Right? How he's tapped into these supercomputers, and he's tapped into the AI and these different demonic forces. They're trying to alter the future and change the outcome of what's going to happen to him, but it keeps coming back to the same thing. All right, these elites know they actually saw their fall. We think in the spirit that they probably saw, because it said in the video they saw the I think in the video it said they saw the Lord being crucified. They were able to because basically the shit they tapped into is like the what's it called, the Urim and the Thummim, but they got it on the left hand side, man. So they were able to see the past and all of that, right? So we thinking that in the future they probably saw the Lord come back, everything, the invasion, probably saw the elect, with the power taking over, all, they probably saw all of that shit, man. So no matter what outcome or what they try to feed into the machine to change the outcome, it always came back the same. Right? They pretty much have reached bounds that they can't pass. Remember when it was opening the CERN the first time? I want to say back in 2014, somewhere in that time, 15, right? And they saw the hand of the Most High. And what did it say? It said Tekel, right? Going back to Daniel, the 5th chapter, man. The Most High has numbered your kingdom and finished it, man. So the elites, they actually saw the hand of the Lord, and it said Tekel. All right, your kingdom has been divided. It's finished, right? And it said and they said when they saw that it was pure terror. All right, they were scared, right? Pursuing to James 2, not to rant, but James 2 and was it James 2 and 19, right? James 2 and 19, it says, thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble, right? So these devils, all right, they know Yahweh Shemel Shah is real. They know their future outcome. They know that this is the end for them, right? But they believe they can fight. They believe that they have a fighting chance to defeat the Lord. Right? To show you how delusional these devils are, right? But anyway, finishing it out. Psalm 37 and 36. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace, right? The kingdom. Verse 38. The transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. See that? He is their strength in the time of trouble, man. Okay? The Lord is going to raise up power, miracles, man, in that day. All right? We believe that. Okay? We believe that's going to happen. All right? Verse 40. And the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, shall help them. Right? And he said that in Isaiah 41. He said, fear not, I shall help thee. All right, thou worm Jacob. And the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. See that? So that's where we at, man. All right. We believe the Lord's going to come through as he said, as he promised, man. All right. You can't tell us otherwise, man. See that? So the point again, the enemy is wounded. All right. He knows that his time is up. All right. He's been exposed. All right. So he has no other choice but to bring the wrath, the sword, man. You know? So why for the precepts too, Yup. This is Son of Yahweh Shah 144, Sirach 25 and 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. See that? And look, we in that time now, man. All right, Baruch, the 4th chapter. Let me add that too. Right? Like I say, man, hey, what a time to be alive, man. We're actually watching prophecy come to pass. All right? We're that generation that's going to be delivered by the Lord. You know? Hey, I remember being a child, and I'd be thinking about, like, man, you know, what's it going to be like when the Lord come back? Here we are, what, almost 40 years later, right? Living in that time of the return of the Lord, man. How wild is that? Right? Baruch, the 4th chapter. All right? Because we that generation that the Lord raised back up in these last days, man, that are going to see him. Right? Was it Baruch? Yeah, I said Baruch, the 4th chapter, right? Let me get that real fast. Okay, this is Baruch, the 4th chapter, and this is spirit too. Man, I'll read to the point. Baruch 4 and 21. Be of good cheer, O my children, cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. Verse 22. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you, and joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting, our Savior, Yahweh Shai. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, right? The curse of slavery. But the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. All right? Salvation, the Lord is coming to gather his saints. Verse 24, Baruch 4 and 24. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. All right, the salvation of the Lord's elect is going to be glorious, man. Verse 25, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High, for thy enemy have persecuted thee, right, which we were talking about earlier in the video, right? For thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction. Right? We're seeing it. Okay? The fall from power and authority. All right? The exposure from the X-Files. You know? How this man is literally hated across the planet Earth. Okay? We're seeing his fall. It says, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck. Woo, man. So this is where we at, man. We'll leave it like that. Okay? Just wanted to go into that, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying, man. The enemy is wounded. All right, and he's getting ready to fall, man. All right? I'm going to close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Quadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. A shalom.